The false memory effect, when your brain lies to you. Have you ever been absolutely sure something happened only to find out you were wrong? Maybe you swore you left your keys on the table, but they were in your bag. Or you remember a conversation vividly, but the other person says it never happened. It's not just forgetfulness. It's not about lying either. What you're experiencing is something far stranger and far more common than you'd think. It's called the false memory effect, and it reveals a startling truth. Your brain is not a recording device. It's a storyteller. And sometimes that story is completely made up. In this deep dive into the world of false memories, we'll explore the science, the psychology, the shocking real-life consequences, and how your mind might be tricking you right now without you realizing it. What is a false memory? A false memory is a recollection of something that didn't happen, or that happened differently from how you remember it. What makes false memories so dangerous is how real they feel. You can see it in your mind. You feel certain. But the memory is wrong. This isn't about small mistakes, like forgetting a name or misplacing your phone. False memories can involve entire events, conversations, or even years of someone's life that never occurred the way they recall. How do false memories form? Our memories are not stored like files on a hard drive. They're reconstructed every time we recall them. And each time we recall a memory, it's vulnerable, shaped by our emotions, beliefs, and even subtle suggestions from others. Here are the key ways false memories are created. 1. Misinformation effect. When someone receives wrong information after an event, they often incorporate it into their memory of the event itself. This was famously demonstrated in the 1970s by psychologist Elizabeth Loftus. In one study, participants watched a video of a car crash. Some were asked, how fast were the cars going when they smashed into each other? While others heard the word hit. Those who heard smashed recalled the cars going faster, and were more likely to remember seeing broken glass, even though there wasn't any. 2. Imagination inflation. Simply imagining an event, like being lost in a mall as a child, can make someone believe it actually happened. The more vividly you imagine it, the more real it feels. This is especially common in therapy settings where people may be guided to recover forgotten memories. Sadly, this has led to numerous false abuse accusations in real life. 3. The Mandela effect. The Mandela effect refers to shared false memories across large groups of people. For example, many people remember Nelson Mandela dying in prison in the 1980s, even though he actually died in 2013. Other famous Mandela effects. The Berenstain Bears, not Berenstein. Luke, I am your father, not actually said in Star Wars. Monopoly Man never had a monocle. These collective misremembrances show just how flexible and suggestible memory can be, even on a mass scale. 4. Social pressure and suggestion. Memories are also shaped by what others say. If a trusted friend or authority figure insists something happened a certain way, you're likely to start believing it. Children are especially vulnerable. In some studies, when kids were told by adults that they had been on a hot air balloon ride, which they hadn't, many began to create elaborate stories around the event. 5. Emotional contamination. Strong emotions, especially fear, guilt, or trauma, can warp how we encode and recall memories. The brain fills in gaps with guesses, often turning them into seemingly real recollections. This is common in PTSD and other trauma-related disorders, where memories are intense but often disjointed or inaccurate. Real-life consequences of false memories. This isn't just an academic curiosity. False memories can destroy lives. Wrongful convictions. Eyewitness testimony is one of the least reliable forms of evidence, yet it's often taken as truth in court. Innocent people have been jailed or even executed based on someone's confident but false memory. Family conflicts. People may cut off loved ones over false memories of betrayal or abuse. Memories that feel real but were influenced by suggestion or misinterpretation. Mental health challenges. False memories can lead to misdiagnosis, unnecessary treatments, and deep psychological pain. Can you trust your own memories? It's a haunting question. The truth is, no one has perfect memory. Even memories you're absolutely sure of can be flawed. Studies show that confidence has no correlation with accuracy. The more certain you feel, the more likely your brain has polished the memory. This doesn't mean all memories are false, just that all memories are vulnerable. How to protect yourself from false memories. You can't completely prevent false memories, but you can reduce your chances of being misled. Be skeptical of vivid, recovered memories. If a memory suddenly appears out of nowhere, especially during hypnosis or high-emotion moments, take time to verify it before reacting. Ask for evidence. Memory is one piece of the puzzle. If it involves something important, like legal issues or relationships, look for physical evidence or third-party confirmation. Avoid leading questions. Be cautious about the way you phrase questions to others. Questions like, "What did the man with the gun look like?" can implant assumptions. Keep a journal. Writing things down as they happen can help preserve raw, unfiltered memories. You can compare journal entries later to see how your memory might have changed. Understand memory is fallible. Accepting that your brain is not perfect is the first step to understanding how to use memory wisely, rather than blindly trusting it. Conclusion: your brain is a storyteller, not a recorder. The false memory effect is one of the most fascinating and frightening truths of psychology. It challenges our most basic beliefs about ourselves, our past, and our reality. Your brain doesn't store facts like a computer. It rebuilds memories every time you recall them. Sometimes it patches over missing details. Sometimes it adds things that never happened. And sometimes it lies. But understanding this isn't about fear, it's about freedom. Once you realize that memory is flexible, you can approach your past with curiosity rather than blind faith. You can protect yourself and others from the dangers of misremembering. And maybe most importantly, you can forgive yourself for not remembering perfectly. None of us do. If you found this article mind-blowing, share it. Someone you know is probably being fooled by their brain too, and they don't even know it yet.